Hello everyone, just a quick catch up after the weekend and before the international break, so not going to be a big video, just want to have a quick go through what happened with Arsenal, that video, I think you know which one I mean, and some other bits and pieces, so let's just get straight on with it, shall we? Arsenal, 1-0 with Wolves, what can you say, that hasn't already been said? I said that before the Liverpool game. See the thing coming. They deserved it. They deserved a win. We deserved to lose. It's a game we would have lost last year, I think, because we wouldn't have had Bernardo in goal, who made some great saves for us. And our mental strength, for want of a better phrase, wouldn't have been good enough, I don't think, last year. So yeah, hands up. We should have lost that game, but we didn't. 15 games unbeaten. In all competitions. You're still going to hear negative naysayers though. Just the way football is nowadays. The consumption of football, everything like that. It's just, you're going to hear people telling you that Unai Emery doesn't know his best side, and that his substitutions are because he's making mistakes and doesn't know his best team, and he's getting the game wrong. When Mourinho used to do it, it was because he was a tactical mastermind. Emery's making mistakes. It's all about perception. It's all about how you're seen as a manager. And I think people wanted Unai Emery to flop. So the narrative is that he's not switched on up there, doesn't know what he's doing. It's not, substitutions don't have to be pre-planned, don't have to be a pre-planned time or formation change or straight swaps. It can just be, do you know what, this ain't working. It's not that I've got it wrong, it's just something's not clicking. Let's get someone else and throw it up, mix it up a little bit, see what happens. And that's, for so long we didn't get to have that under Wenger. Players knew that they were going to stay on the pitch no matter what. I mean, at the moment it still looks like only Granit Xhaka really is the only person that's ever guaranteed, but I just don't understand what Arsenal fans want anymore. We got to change. The club has changed. We are where we are. Four bounces in 3 in the league, 1 in the Europa Cup, but we're not losing games. And I'd rather draw a couple of games, luckily 1-1, than lose them 1-0 and go, oh well, it's just one of those things. Wolves are a good side. They're riding the crest of a wave of coming up and doing well. They gave Man City a good game. They gave Spurs a good game. They're a good side. But we'll see later on in the season, how big their squad is, how big our squad is. Unai at the moment he's playing strong teams in the Europa League. We were out without the unfortunate Danny Welbeck. Thoughts and prayers for whatever that means from me to you, Danny. That was unfortunate. He's starting to come back into it and doing well. Hopefully that wasn't the last we'll see of him in an Arsenal shirt. I have been one to be negative towards him before, but that's just because of his touch. For a footballer, I still say it now, his first touch is not the best, but he works hard. He's a genuine person. He's a genuine player, and it'll be good to see him get back on the pitch. That's it really. For the Arsenal, in the rest of the league, Spurs eked out a 1-0 win. Chelsea drew 0-0 with Everton. Man City absolutely tore Manchester United a new one. I don't know what's going on there. They're the best team by far in the league. Man United didn't even play Sanchez, Mata or Pogba. I don't know. Was Pogba injured? I'm not sure. Seems weird though, doesn't it? They're your biggest rivals in terms of neighbours. And you don't play, sure that's not his strongest side, you wouldn't have thought, would you? But I'm not a football manager. Mourinho is the successful one, but I can't see, I know it's obvious, but you can't see anyone but Man City just walk into it again this year. Just hope that Liverpool can give them a bit of a run, you know. But Chelsea are unbeaten and Man City is still in front of them. This is what I'm talking about. You know, so everyone's got to catch up. Let's see if Pep can do it at Wolves. Let's swap Pep and Nuno Espirito, Magico, Wandifico, whatever his name is. I'm sorry, I can't remember what his name is. But let's see if those two can do it a different way around, because Pep's only ever managed at super clubs with super money and getting players that he can coach into this style of football that he has. Anyway, that's enough of a bit of sour grapes. First, for any other business, is Harry Redknapp going into the I'm a Celebrity jungle. That's hilarious. I don't know if they still do. Do they take used to be able to take a creature comfort in one item of, you know. I wonder if Harry's taking in his car door so he can do all his talks to peek camera down through an open window. That's a bizarre. I mean, it must be a taxi. Secondly, any other business? There were a couple of videos that were going around this weekend regarding Arsenal. That one I'm going to come to in a minute. But the first one was the Arsene Wenger one, when he said that he would. He was asked if he would do anything differently with his time at Arsenal, and he said he wouldn't make the same mistakes again. Now, Arsene Wenger apologised. Why I'm going bald. I was tearing my hair out when I was watching him play, watching his teams play. His mistakes that he made were mainly on the pitch. I mean, you know, people get players wrong. Let's not forget, you know, Alex Ferguson's side, Cleberson, Jemba, people like that. So, you know, players, you know, these things can happen. Arsene Wenger seemed to sign a few. He seemed to lose his mojo towards the end. But when he said he wouldn't make the same mistakes again, I'm guessing he means off the pitch, because that was the part of the problem towards the end of his time. There was the mistakes he was making on the pitch. It still speaks so eloquently. You still listen to what he's got to say, but I would be interested to know what he means when he says he wouldn't make the same mistakes again. He's got to write that book. That book's got to come out, I tell you, because that would be one hell of a read. But yeah, it was interesting to hear him say that, and like I say, I'd like to know what mistakes. Did he mean the amount of money he spent on players? Did he mean the type of players he was spending money on? Did he mean trying to keep everyone harmony at the club in terms of money and parity? Did he mean putting so much faith in players like Bentner, who didn't show him any faith back and just became an easy ride for them? Because they're the only things I can think of, rather than... He won't be admitting the mistakes he made on the pitch, because that's not his style, is it? We know that. So that'd be interesting to... I'd like to... If I could ask him that question, that's what I'd ask him, is that, what did you mean by wouldn't make the same mistakes again? Now, that brings me on to the other video of the weekend. It was a mistake of mine to click on the link. I don't listen to TalkSport Drive. I can't. It melts my brain. I don't mind Hawksby and Jacobs. I mainly only listen to their podcast. I'm sure they're delighted to hear that. But Adrian Durham, what on earth are you talking about, you sad, sad little man? We know that the reason you had that rant against Arsenal with the moon-faced idiot that is Jason Cundy, who you're talking to a guy that doesn't like women talking on football and had to come out and read badly a pre-prepared statement to say how sorry he was that he said those things, when we all know he's not sorry, because that's exactly what he meant and exactly how he felt. And the statement that he read was absolute bullshine, and he was made to do it by his employees. And you've got him sitting there giggling. There are two things to your video, Adrian Durham. One was to make him do that, and the other one was to get calls, likes, retweets, and social media. You even say in your video Arsenal have got this big social media presence. I've even tweeted you that Man United have got more followers on Twitter than Arsenal. You don't deal with facts. You've got your own little thing going on in your head where you need to get Arsenal fans, because they're the most vocal on social media. That's the difference. And to call a club obnoxious, any football club obnoxious is bang out of order, and you know it, and that's why you had to come out. And if you have a look at his Twitter feed now, he's going about how good the women are and they're deserved trophies. Right? Are you telling me that that Arsenal got special treatment? I've tweeted to this. Man United were allowed to leave the FA Cup. They could have played a youth team in it, but the FA said to them, "No, you go off and play in that Tin Pot World Cup Club Championship thing because we need that for our profile." Right? But you're saying that Arsenal get special treatment, and you're saying that we never, we didn't get a Player of the Year award in the 3 years between, I can't remember who our last Player of the Year was, and a Player of the Month, and Aubameyang now. Are you telling me that Sanchez was never good enough to get Player of the Month in any one of those times where we had him? You're talking out of your ginger backside, and you know it, and you got owned and caught out, and that's why you had to release a second video the day after trying to say that your words got taken out of context. They can't be taken out of context when you're videoing you saying them. The words are there, your actions are there. We know what's going on, and more Arsenal supporters, luckily, are catching on to what it is that you're doing. You're just doing it because you need to get because you've got nothing to beat them up about, and you'll say, "Oh yeah, you're fifth, you're doing so great." You know that it's a changing season. It's a season of transition. You know that we are playing better football now than we did under Arsene Wenger. You slaughtered Arsene Wenger for years as well. You don't like the fact that the team got called the Invincibles because they went for a whole league season. I know you keep saying about the FA Cup and the Champions League and all the other bits and pieces. We went from a league season unbeaten. Yes, other teams scored more points than us in seasons gone since, but they haven't finished the season not losing a game. That's why they were called the Invincibles. They went for a Premier League season, 49 games, unbeaten, and you can't stand the fact that this team gets that kind of respect for that. And it's just so frustrating. I'm urging all Gooners. I don't listen to Alan Brazil in the morning anymore, even though he sometimes have Ray Parler on, because he's just a muppet. I listen to Love Sport. That's where you want to be. Love Sport Radio. Listen to that in the morning. Their breakfast show is great. Just don't give Adrian Durham. I'm doing it now. It's ridiculous, I know, but don't give him any more of your. Don't give him any more your time. He doesn't deserve it. He's just a troll. He's an internet troll, mate, writ large, and him and Cundy, and then he's got Darren Goth on there as well. It's just it's frustrating to listen. And I saw a video after the Wolves game of Troop saying that he started bad mouthing it, and Robbie's standing there going, yeah, but I've got to go on his show later on. It just goes to show you again. See, it's all one big club, AFTV. It's not about giving the fans a voice. It's not about being able to do this on their channel. It's about them getting out there and Robbie getting paid to go on to Talk Sport and BBC before the cup final and all that sort of stuff. It's all about this with them. It's not about being a fan channel and listening to fans and having proper fans on. Every channel, everything that they do is around the same 5 people. Look at DT, Claude and that lot now. They're all best friends again because they realise they need to be all there to be able to bring the people in, listening, clicking and retweeting. I know that's ridiculous because I'm doing a video too, but I don't want to be a part of that. I want to just be... I do genuinely want to talk to other Arsenal supporters or other football supporters. You know, I don't want to be... I try and be positive after every result. After every result. It doesn't matter. I don't support Arsenal for trophies. I support them because they're a club where I found something. There was something in me that just drew me towards that team. I watched the 89 winning title team. I watched that game live on telly and just went, they're the ones. They're who I want to be. I want to be like Paul Merson. I want to be like Mickey Thomas. I want to be like Deco. And that, if you actually listen to most genuine Arsenal supporters, they'll say the same. And this whole thing, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again because I've got new people following me and whatnot. I hate this. I'm a better fan of you because I go to every game, right? I can only get to certain games. It's the way my life has fallen. I can't do bits and pieces, right? You've got people, some people save up a whole year. They get one chance to come to one game. They travel all the way over, I don't know, from India, from America, from Australia, wherever, but they make a pilgrimage. It is a pilgrimage every year. They save up, they've got a couple of weeks holiday, they manage to get to one game, because we all know it's not cheap to get to an Arsenal game anyway. It's hard enough getting tickets to the games. And they travel thousands of miles on plane to get to a game, one game a year. Are you telling me that they're not as good a fan as you? I would say so. I would say that they are just as good as everyone, because we all are. We do what we can to get to the club, all right? Just because you've got the means to go every week, brilliant, well done. Yeah, we need fans like you. We get it. Yeah, the club don't want fans like you, to be honest. If I'm being honest, the club don't want the season ticket holders. They want the people that come from miles away, because they're going to spend the money in the club shop. They're going to buy the drinks. They're going to buy the food at the club. They're not going to go to the pub round the corner and spend their money there. The Arsenal board want you to be spending money at the club, right? We get that. We understand that. But the fans that come from further afield, you're not a proper fan. How can you be a proper fan in India? They've found a club that they love, and it's your club, and it's my club, and it's their club. Yeah, they're fans. Let's not get all this going again this year, because it's starting to go like that already. You know, I could hear people muttering dissension up at I was at the Europa League game, and it's annoying, and it makes me want to turn around and start having a go at them. And it's people like Durham that's feeding this as well, and AFTV. So let's stop the negativity, yeah, and let's just enjoy it. Let's have, I hate this word, let's have banter. Let's have a bit of banter between fans again. Yeah, let's just enjoy being football fans, enjoy watching football, take pleasure from other teams' misery, accept it when it comes our way, and just laugh. It's what it's all about. All right, that's me done. I'm going to not listen to TalkSport again, I promise you. Obviously, I'm going to listen to TalkSport. Not listen to them, but I'm going to see their clips on Twitter. That's how I found out about the video. Keep supporting your teams. Keep liking and sharing content. And just enjoy being football fans, guys. Nice one. Peace out.